If you are incarcerated and are under court order to pay child support, you'll understand these parents' dilemma.
When I got home after that incarceration, I got a letter in the mail saying that I owed $25,000. And I was like, wow, I could start paying on it, but I mean, just $25,000, I didn't have it.
Now I'm behind on the child support, which I'm using the child support to support my family, which I can't because I'm so far behind.
That's because your child support obligations do not automatically stop when you are incarcerated. In fact, the county has no way of knowing your situation has changed. So unless you do something about it, your debt will grow with interest each and every month.
I was sent a bill for $43,000. And since then, I've been incarcerated. I've probably been out 45 days in between that notice in '07 and is up now to $60,000.
And no matter how hard you work while you're incarcerated, you're probably not going to make a dent in that bill.
Oh, no. I get 12 cents an hour off an 8-hour shift. And it's barely to survive with canteen prices, let alone trying to pay something with child support. No, I wouldn't be able to pay it.
Fortunately, the Milwaukee County Child Support Department has a unique program that can help you. It's called the Prison Project, and it allows qualified non-custodial parents to stop paying child support while they're incarcerated. You don't pay it while you're in, and you don't owe it when you're released.
Well, I just want them to know that as an agency, we are here to service the family, and we want them to know that we are here to help them. We're not there to beat anyone down. We just want to help the family and help people to succeed.
People get put into prison, we understand, for all different reasons, and it may have been one stupid mistake the person made. If it's possible, we'll help them.
And everybody knows how hard that is to get started in the first place, let alone to have all this money to be owed. So yeah, the program helped out a lot in that, I didn't have to pay a lot. I didn't have to worry about being in debt. And starting over was that much easier.
Here's how the prison program works. First, Milwaukee County Child Support has to be notified that you are incarcerated and interested in the program. Then they'll send you a packet with all the information you need, including a simple form to sign.
It was very self-explanatory. You asked a few questions and it wasn't nothing hard about it at all. It was just one sheet, the front of the sheet, no front and back, just the front of the sheet. It was easy.
We also send forms to the custodial parent, letting them know that this person is incarcerated, and they have an option during that period to stop the support on behalf of the non-custodial parent. Every custodial parent will do it, but we have a large majority in our county that will hold the support open because they know they're incarcerated, they're not working, and they're not going to get money anyway.
And what we'll do is review the case and set up a court date, notify both parties of the court date, and after the court commissioner makes their decision, we also arrange for copies of the orders to be sent out, and none of this costs the person anything.
Once it's returned to us, our financial division will stop that support from charging.
I filled that out, and I'm like, wow, it might not be as hard as I think it is, and then I mailed it right back, and it's like they were just sitting by the mailbox waiting on it, because I got the letter right back, so it was modified, and it'll be started back up 60 days after my release date. And I was like, wow, that's okay.
I think it's like 2 months that went by, and they wrote me back and told me that they was going to modify my child support payments until 60 days after I get out.
It was, how could I say it? I mean, you expecting the worst, then you find out that she actually did go along with it, and it's beneficial. I mean, it paid off. So it was a good result.
The actual modification is ordered by a commissioner in court, but you don't need to appear to get the modification. All you have to do is fill out and send in that simple paperwork. The county even provides a stamped and addressed envelope to make it easier. An attorney from child support will handle things from there and notify you of the court's decision.
So the commissioners just go on with either just the child support attorney there or the child support attorney and the child's mother, who does get an invitation to the hearing. And the commissioner makes the decision based on all the evidence that we have to give them.
Child support officials say if the custodial parent is okay with the support payment stopping, the commissioner almost always approves the modification.
As far as like the rears, we look at, okay, how we support our children while we're locked up. But by the program, they gave you the benefit, okay, we can stop it now, then maybe when you get out, you can approach the situation as it is.
Now, there are two exceptions you should know about. If you're currently incarcerated for failure to support on this or any other case, the commissioner will not suspend your order. Same thing if you're in for a violent crime against the mother or a child in this case. You can always file a motion on your own, but the department doesn't help with that as it is totally separate from this program. So, just how much money and stress can the prison program save you? Let's look at a couple examples. If you owe $200 a month and are serving a 5-year sentence, when you calculate the 1% monthly simple interest, you'd owe more than $15,000 when you're released. If you owe $300 a month, that number climbs to more than $23,000 over that same time period.
As far as me being a felon, it's kind of hard to apply myself to different jobs. You know, that's already strike one. Then with the child support being so far behind, you think about it, like, how is that possible for me to raise $16,000 that I owe my children? It'd be very hard.
I just wrote her and let her know that I didn't want it to skyrocket, because the reason it was high as it is now is because when I did my first incarceration, I never bothered to try and get it modified. So it was steady adding up, and then for it to be adding up over a 4-year period, that's a pretty high amount. So I made sure that I never let it happen again.
It's important to understand the suspension of your child support is not retroactive. If you had a debt going in, you still have that plus interest when you get out. But no additional arrearages are added to that after your hearing. Another nice feature of the prison program is that your suspended payments don't start up again right when you're released.
When you get out, you have 60 days so they start paying child support again. So in those 60 days, if you're able to get a job, you're able to put aside a little money, and also the money you'll be able to save while you're in here, you'll be able to have that to, you know, get yourself together, get your apartment, and get the things you need, so when it is come time for you to pay it, you won't be so backlogged and it won't hurt you so much.
60 days is a lot of time when you're coming home and to get, you know, things in order, you know.
I'm able to support the children now that I do have a job. Somebody was actually willing to hire me because I didn't have a huge debt behind me, because that does show up.
Child support wants to stress that there is no catch to this program. It's safe for you to contact them now while you're incarcerated and later when you get out.
When they do get out of prison, they come into the office and give us the information that I'm out. I know I'm going to have to pay. I'll call you as soon as I get a job, and we have a good majority of these individuals who will contact us with their employment information.
In the past 5 years, about 4,000 Milwaukee County parents have taken advantage of the prison program, ensuring that their return to society and their families will be a little bit easier.
Reentry is already pretty hard when they're coming out of prison to get reacclimated to society. So if they can take care of this and stop the support debt from charging, that's one less thing they have to worry about when they get out, and they can hopefully focus on being a good parent.
So I think it can be very beneficial for someone in my situation that's going back into society and trying to find employment and work, to have something like that dollar amount continually to grow, to take away some of the stress for my future and my household.
This program will be definitely the program to go towards as far as getting your payments suspended. So when you do come home, you'll be able to catch up with your payments and be able to catch up with your child support. Because ultimately, if you can't, you might end up coming right back to prison for not paying child support.
To be clear, this program is only for parents with a Milwaukee County child support case involving minor children. And you or someone you know has to notify the county, both that you've been incarcerated and are interested in a modification. If your case is in a different county, contact the Child Support Department there to see if they have a similar program.
So my advice is, to contact the child support agency and, to just see if they can try to modify it or see what's going on, so you don't have to pay that much while you're incarcerated, because, when you're locked up, you need everything you can get, especially if you don't have no family support out there.
It worked for me, and I highly suggest to everybody to try it. What's it gonna hurt?
If you have child support obligations and you're in a position where you can't, write to them and see what can be done. It helped me.